What's going on, traders? Andrew O'Connell with Pristine Capital coming at you with yet another market recap video. It is June 11th, 2021. Happy Friday, everyone. Please go ahead and click the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content, and I will continue to make it for you. Today, we're going to talk about the price action in the headline indices. We'll go under the hood and check out our sectors and style factors as we always do. We'll go through some of my trades for today. We'll go through options order flow. Before we get into all that, quick risk disclaimer, nothing in this video should be construed as investment advice or recommendations. Please follow your own trading plan and your own risk parameters. And last but certainly not least, do not YOLO your entire account into any one of my trades. All right, let's jump right into it. So it is Friday. Let's do it. All right, awesome. Let's check out our box scores for today. I was just looking at Airbnb here into the close. This looks awesome for next week, but we'll see. All right. So S&P 500 as measured by the SPY. Wow, looks like it closed on the highs today. Closed up 0.17%. We had the NASDAQ close up 0.26%. We had the IWM small caps close up 1.06%. And we had the Dow Jones close up 0.04%. So let's take a look here. Did we have like a little... Oh my gosh, yeah, we did. In the last like 10 minutes, we just zoomed higher. Wow, that is pretty cool. All right, yeah. So we ended up closing, near the highs. You can see we're above this monthly value area where 70% of the transactions in the prior month occurred. We have a rising 50-day simple moving average, a rising 20-day, and we're riding this 5-day EMA higher, and we're putting in nice green candles. So overall, this is not bearish when you have a market doing this. This is very bullish. And, we're getting some nice price action, some nice opportunities in the market to take advantage of, which is always good. Nice way to end the week, definitely. NASDAQ up 0.24% today. You can see we're closing in on this pivot level that we've been watching for the past couple days. It's at 14,046. I imagine that at some point next week, it's very likely that we test this level right here. And then before you know it, boom, NASDAQ is at new all-time highs again. It's kind of crazy stuff. Let's jump over to our Russell. The Russell is up 1.06%, bouncing back really nicely from the weakness over the last 2 days. And you can see this is another one where, excuse me, we're kind of just off to the races. We are trading right under those prior all-time highs, but we're trending really nicely here. So we'll have to see if we can challenge and then exceed those all-time highs. But yeah, really interesting juncture in the market. I get the feeling that everyone is kind of like, there's no way we can make new all-time highs. Like, we have all these risks on the table. And yeah, it definitely feels that way to everybody, including myself. But it's good when you're just watching the price action and responding to that. You can take a lot of those fears and narratives and kind of push them to the side, which is great. Dow Jones was the weak link today, down 0.03%. And you can see our YM futures, they're stuck in this monthly value area. So yeah, Dow Jones on a relative basis is not looking as strong. Let's jump over here to our market breadth. And you can see we finished positive, oh my gosh, in all indices. So this is where today was another day where the best thing you could have done was, get your trading done early and then just walk away from the screen, or at least be, walking away periodically, because there were various points during the day when it was like, oh man, breadth is falling apart now. Okay, now it's at even, now it's not. But you can see the way this closed, this looks beautiful right here, where S&P 500 at 70% advancers. Checking out our heat map. Yeah, you can see we had NVIDIA, very powerful, up 2.3%, getting the continuation. You can see a lot of these FANG names kind of took a pause. I believe there's some legislation that's coming out about breaking up some of these FANG names. But overall, I think they behaved pretty well, all considering. Healthcare took a bit of a hit today after putting in a really nice day yesterday. Yeah, you can see overall some nice breadth here. Diving into our style factors, let's take a look. Or these are actually our sectors, excuse me. I'm losing my mind on Friday. You can see ARC is up 1% today. You can see the ARK F fund, really all these ARK funds performing very well. The capital markets ETF was up 0.89%. And even the, I always rank this in terms of sector momentum. Even the sectors at the bottom of our list still did okay. So yeah, overall, a very strong day in the market. But you would never have known it at various points throughout the day. When I was looking at that sector map, it was like blood red at various points. So yeah. And that's what can happen when you have really choppy summer trading. You're kind of like teeter-tottering on an up market versus a down market. You get those. It's very tough if you're just like sitting in front of the screen the entire day when it's just slow summer trading. You can see growth was positive here, up 0.21%. Cyclicals up 1.01%. And you can see the momentum style factor was up 0.49%. Only style factors that were red today were defensives and min-vol, which is very risk on that those were the worst performers. All right, let's take a look at some of my trades for today. Let's pull these bad boys up. And I didn't do all that much trading today. So let's take a look. So we'll go to the morning. In the morning, Dave & Buster's reported earnings, and I thought that maybe there could be a nice little short squeeze or whatever. So I was pretty prepared to act on that. And this morning at 9:37, I put on some common shares for 47.02. And this was actually kind of unfortunate. TD Ameritrade was having issues this morning. And there were a couple times, like I literally tried to get into play at $45, like literally right off the open. And I could not get the execution. It said like error and it wouldn't let my order go through. I ended up getting into this trade for like $2 higher than I wanted to. That's kind of besides the point. I ended up stopping out of it anyway. You can see I closed out of this one for $45.52. I paid $47.02 for that one. This ended up being, just a very small loser, but I'm kind of, upset at TD Ameritrade because that one could have even been a small little winner if I had entered at the point where I really, put my order in, but it's whatever. Yeah, it didn't work. And then I closed out my AstraZeneca here for 59.13. I had paid 58.3, so this one was a small winner. And then I closed the remaining half of AstraZeneca for 58.79. I had paid 58.30, so another very small winner there. So in terms of common stock trading, I didn't really do all that much. And then in terms of options trading, so I got long the Snapchat 60 strike calls for $5.50. Those are for July expiry. And Snapchat was trading kind of weird today. So Snapchat had a really powerful move right off the open. And it was like, oh my gosh, Snapchat, it's actually going to go this time. And I tried to be a little bit patient and, just not enter into it while it was on the highs. I was kind of waiting for a pullback. This thing ended up having a really deep pullback, though. Look at this. So this, talk about fake outs here. Where are we? Yeah, this is Friday. This is our hourly chart. So really powerful first hour. We made it all the way up to, 64.60. Then in the next hour, we pump all the way up above 65. And then some large seller appeared and just dumped everything on the market. And you can see we ended up dipping into this weekly value area. So we went from 65 all the way down to 62 in the course of about 2 hours. And then once all those weak hands were shaken out, then we ended up ripping throughout the session. So for this trade, I ended up getting in towards the lower end of this period where they were dumping their shares. So I got a pretty good entry on my calls. So those are nice and in the money right now. Then the other trade I took was I got long that Amazon call spread that you saw on my sheet. Yeah, I got long the June 25th 33.70 by 33.80 call spread. And Amazon, this one is also, closed a little bit higher than where I got my entry, which is good. But Amazon's had some nice power. We're above this monthly value area high. And today was just a doji candle. Really what I'm playing for is maybe we get a gap higher on Monday. Maybe I can monetize at least part of this trade. We'll have to see. Yeah, those are my trades for the day. Some other names that were just moving really well. So DocuSign. Oh my gosh, it closed up 4%. Jeez. Yeah, the last 15 minutes, I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm not going to do anything into the close. I'm going to, I think I was like putting together this little slide deck or whatever. And yeah, in the last 15 minutes, the market really moved. But yeah, Docu, this was an awesome day for Docu. I'm currently long some July calls that I added yesterday. But yeah, DocuSign, this one's a leader. And this is a classic example of a power earnings gap play. Where this one you had an earnings gap and boom, 20% positive in one day. A lot of investors, they would be like, and this used to be me too, where you'd be like, it just went up 20% in a day. I'm not buying up here because it's like a pride thing. Like you don't want to be that guy who bought after it's up 20% or that girl. And, a lot of times you just get a momentum move that continues. And this is a good example of one where, if you bought it up 20% on day one, you're doing just fine right now. So yeah, DocuSign, this one looks fantastic on the weekly. And yeah, DocuSign, we're starting to get in the neighborhood of those prior highs. So could we reach 273? I think we might be able to. We'll see. We'll see next week. But yeah, this one, looks like a really good setup. So yeah, I'm still long. Airbnb. This one finished up 1.59%. This one did not close directly on the highs, but nice closing range here. Airbnb has just been tightening. So I have a 150 by 160 July call spread on in Airbnb. There's definitely, a huge seller that's been active right at that 150 mark. So I'll have to see if next week we reach that level, what happens there. But I like that this one bounced really nicely off that 20-day simple moving average. So yeah, a lot of really nice movers over the course of the past few days and weeks. Let's see how Upstart closed. This one, oh my gosh. This one got absolutely demolished. Jeez. So I was looking at this name today, and I actually love this company, Upstart. They keep crushing their earnings, really good fundamentals, like really good business. It's AI lending, really good CEO, everything about it. It's awesome. So, I'd been trading this one pretty actively. Had a couple of decent sized winners in this one. I have this one in the trend portfolio as well. And so this is kind of like one of my go-tos. Like I try to go back to it. So I was looking at it today when it was down 10%. I remember thinking like, I'm going to buy some. Or like, I'm going to buy leaps on Upstart. And that's kind of like what the old me would have done. But I kind of like cooler heads. I was like, you know what? This thing, although I love this company, they do have their share lockup next week. So that's where insiders can sell. And just looking at this thing for context, this thing IPO'd at $26. And now, as of like a week or so ago, it was trading almost at $200. That's almost like, a 10x winner or whatever it is. Now it's not exactly a 10x, but ridiculous winner. So those insiders, I'm sure they would like to take off at least just like a little piece of that. So yeah, I think a lot of hedge funds and really just investors, they're front running that selling. And so this stock is just being dumped. But yeah, I'm glad that I did not purchase because yeah, this got really ugly. It's super oversold. I'm sure if you buy this thing here and you look back 3 months from now, 6 months from now, like unless something material changes, you'll probably be all right. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't touch it. I would want to keep watching this one. And I actually have an alert set to buy some if it reaches this 124.19. It looks like it was like just shy of hitting that. But yeah, I want to be patient and just watch it. Don't just like jump the gun. So yeah. And let's take, oh my gosh, should I go, is this like a 50-minute video already? Okay, no, it's not. All right, cool. So let's go through some options order flow real quick. And let's take a look. We'll go to our Tradescape here. Oh my gosh, Viacom. What the heck? So some really unusual flow that I saw. This is the VigTech options matrix. I have graduated from Cheddar Flow. And some ones that really stuck out to me, this Viacom. I see This is for January of 2022. There's some 13 strike calls coming down. $205 million worth. Let's take a look at Viacom. And yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I'm going to go to the gym after this, have a nice dinner. I'm going to watch the 76ers. They're in the playoffs. And then I used to play tennis, big time. I was a big high school tennis player. I played Division I tennis as well, so I love watching it. I believe I missed the French Open semis today. But yeah, maybe I can catch some of that this weekend while I'm doing my weekend work. Anyway, all right. Where am I? What was I looking for? Viacom. All right. Oh my gosh, this thing looks horrible. Yeah, it looks like there's some call buyers positioning in it. So maybe they think, the earnings are going to be good. But this is certainly, the way that it looks right now, I could never enter this. Just could not. That's a deal breaker. Well, let's see what else we got. One that also was appearing quite a bit throughout the day was this tick index? Not you, tick index. Okay, there it is. So this one, Altria, MO. Check this out. January 2022 calls going up. More January 2022. Hundreds of millions of dollars of premium getting thrown. 40 strikes. Let's jump in. Let's investigate. MO. And this actually looks like a decent setup. This one on my weekend watch list for Pristine Capital members. I've been flagging this one. I never took this trade, but I had been flagging this one since it was down here. Now it looks like it recovered back to this prior zone. But yeah, for whatever reason, call buyers are swooping in hard. So am I going to have this on my watch list? Absolutely. Now let's see if maybe there's one more that really stuck out. The other one, where is this? Is it the Neo train? Did the Neo train come in today? No, it actually didn't. Yeah, Neo had a nice day. Let's see. Let's see this Domino's. Domino's. June 400 strikes. June 290 strikes. June 350 strikes. Okay, so these are all like short-term plays. A lot of times when you get these right around options expiration, it's likely some institution that literally is buying the call options to just buy the common shares. Well, let's see Domino's, and then we'll wrap for the day. Wow, Domino's, incredible move. So yeah, this one, in terms of some of the consumer staples names, this one is like the cream of the crop. If you look back, like decade-long performance of Domino's, look at this thing. It's like a steamroller. So it looks fantastic here. And yeah, this one, it's not really actionable for me. But this is definitely one to consider for like the trend portfolio or something like that. So we'll see. But yeah, Domino's looking stellar. That about does it for this market recap video. Hope you all had an awesome trading day. Feel free to sign up for the Pristine Capital trading community. If you're interested in doing a free trial, feel free to just reach out, send me an email, use the contact form on the website, and I can set you up with that. Hope you all have an awesome weekend. I'll see you all on Monday.